Hello makers and fixers in Farnham. I'm very sorry I couldn't be with you, but I'm very pleased to give a contribution on this important issue of the circular economy. I'm Judith Merkies and I'm a member of the European Parliament for the Dutch Labour Party. I would like to tell you about the importance of the circular economy and about resource management. But first I would like to share my experience that has bothered me with my very beautiful orange water cooker with the brand of Philips. It was broken and it was only a very tiny element that needed replacement, probably only 50 cents. But it was impossible to replace it. Philips did not sell single elements. So what did I do? I threw the water cooker and I bought a new one, an orange one, less beautiful, for 35 euros. It turned out only a week afterwards that Philips was very interested in recycling this exact water cooker because of the plastic. And they could easily have made new ones out of the old ones, but there was not a separate water cooker recycling. I think everyone in the audience knows the frustration of something which works fine, be it only for a very small element. So, as with my water cooker, it could have been an electronic toothbrush or the iPhone, and I have an iPhone here that's only 2 years old and that already needs replacement, and I think there is some planned obsolescence in here. What can we do to stop the dumping economy? The European Parliament is in an excellent position to address the vexing issues of resource scarcity and climate footprint escalation. Important because Europe largely lacks rare metals, and the answer is to import the raw materials. So we have to end our dependency, but end the dumping economy at the same time. In the last 5 years, we've made a number of very important and concrete steps for more resource efficiency, such as enhancing recycling numbers of electronic devices. Of all electronic devices, only 33% is collected, 13% is landfilled, and 54% disappears, and these are average European numbers. Better control on illicit shipments of waste. We just started with that legislation. And we also introduced enhanced producer responsibility. We say that has to be increased, and with very strong criteria that are set for product design and recyclability. These important measures should, however, go hand in hand with good ideas of startups and entrepreneurs. Luckily, we have these ideas and entrepreneurs in abundance. We've heard all about the Repair Cafe, where you can bring things that need, broken things that needs fixing, sharing tools, because we do not need to drill holes in the wall every day. So probably only once or twice a year. So why would you own your own drilling machine? You might have heard of iFixit, a global community of people helping each other repairing things. Maybe you're present in the conference. European policy can help to enable these ideas, such as with a tax shift, although, to be frank, that must come from all national governments, such as a one-stop shop for SMEs to lighten the burden, the administrative burden, but also try to link SMEs in Europe in order to promote trade. And also, last but not least, we can spur more leasing and sharing. And to promote the latter, I've worked on the Leasing Society. So what is a leasing society? In a leasing society, the producer's core business is to render services instead of selling the goods. The underlying assumption is that consumers want the service offered by a product and not the physical material of the product itself. Like my water cooker, I want the water to boil, and I do in itself not need the water cooker. Or with a hair dryer, you want your hair to be dried. You do not need the designed product itself. Consumer buy a service through monthly fees in the leasing society instead of buying a product outright. We see already the first budding examples of a leasing society, such as in a range of sectors. We have seen mobile phones being leased. We also see other things like, for instance, leasing of jeans. We all know that children grow, and it might be that you only have a jeans for them for 2 months or half a year, maybe a year, but it's a very good It's a very good idea to go and with the trend and with the growth or changing ideas on fashion. And you can even rent a chair with the Dutch company, for instance, like with BMA. But you can also already start to lease training shoes or even light. And I'm not talking about the light bulb itself. I'm talking about the leasing of locks. And this is the philosophy. You don't pay for a phone, a chair, shoe, jeans, or for the light bulb, but for the service, sitting, walking comfort, running, jeans, light. Making, hacking and fixing are vital elements to enable these ideas. And the lifetime of the product should be stretched to make leasing viable. For a producer, it's not attractive to offer a leasing service for a design dump shoe because everyone knows that replacement will be on his own expense. So for him, it's very important to sell a service that is of high quality and have a product that is of high quality, because the better the quality, the less he needs to come to repair or maintain. We can even put this one step further. In the future, we can think of result-oriented purchases. The customer buys a specified service from the producer with no predetermined product involved. Instead of only leasing a lamp, a service provider can think of how to place the curtain, the shades and the curtains and the color of the wall to reach a given number of light intensity. Work together with the constructor to place the windows in such a way that there is light. Or in farming, a company offers a maximum harvest loss instead of selling pesticides. The supplier is free to choose any means that lead to the bargained result, for instance, enhancing fertility rates or offering soil analysis. The assignment for startups and SMEs is to respond to these changes. And I hope that you will have a fruitful discussion today and maybe find the beginning of a solution to our dependency on raw materials, and maybe also to how to fix my orange water cooker in the future. Thank you.